current media likes you to think, oh, it's the Republicans. Oh, it's the Democrats. Oh, it's the white people. No, it's Israel and those sneaky Jews. Let's talk about who operates the most powerful positions of our country. Real quick, my name's Christopher Wood, and I'm running for mayor of Wausau, and I'm going to be going through a strategy and a plan of action after I read this list. Janet Yellen, Secretary of the Treasury, in charge of the money of our country, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Merrick Garland, Attorney General for our country, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Alejandro Mayorkas, Secretary of Homeland Security, saying that the southern border is secure, saying that the southern border is perfectly fine. Dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Avril Haines, Director of National Intelligence for our country, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Jeff Zaitz, White House Chief of Staff, whispering in Sleepy Biden's ear, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Four-star Admiral Rachel Levine, U.S. Assistant Secretary of Health, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Antony Blinken, Secretary of the State for our country, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Wendy Sherman, Deputy Secretary of the State, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Victoria Nolan, Secretary for Political Affairs of our country, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Doug Emhoff, Second Gentleman of the United States, whispering in Kamala Harris's ear every night before bed, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Deputy Director of the CIA, David Cohen, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. See, they'll have you questioning everybody, but they won't let you question Israel or the Jews. They try to shut you up. You can question the white people. You can question the Koreans. You can question the Chinese. You can question the Palestinians. You can question the Muslims and the Christians. But as soon as you go to question the Jews, as soon as you go to say, what are those sneaky Jews up to? They try to shut you down. They try to say you're being anti-Semitic. They're trying to say it's hate speech. They won't debate what you have to say. They won't look into what you have to say. They just try to shut you up and say you're hateful. I'm not hateful. I'm just calling out who's behind it. I'm just willing to say who it is. So what do we do about it? How do we fix our community? How do we make sure that we inspire the youth that they were put here with purpose? How do we start organizing to build a better and brighter future for our people? This is how we do it. We start meeting in the public on a weekly basis. Each and every one of you has talents and abilities that we need. Each and every one of you has a purpose. And unless we start coming together, meeting on a weekly basis, nothing gets fixed. This is why I'm running for mayor of Wausau. My name is Christopher Wood, and I'm running for mayor of Wausau. I'm the only candidate that's willing to meet with the people face to face on a weekly basis. I'm the only candidate that's willing to discuss with you face to face and being held accountable face to face on a weekly basis. I'm running because the babies are too important. That's all right. I care more about the truth. I care more about the babies than I do my ego. I'm willing to die for my people. I'm willing to give my life for my people. Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. All right, let's go through the COVID agenda. Let's talk about who is behind the bright idea of shutting down small businesses while keeping all the big businesses open. Telling small businesses they have no right to be open. They better close their doors while keeping the big corporatocracies open, shoveling all the money to the big corporatocracies. Meanwhile, telling you that you have to take the experimental jab or risk losing your job or not being able to see family or not being able to go out in public. Director of the CDC, Rochelle Walensky, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. Deputy Director of the CDC, Anne Shawelchik, dual citizenship with Israel, Jew. CDC Chief of Staff, Sherry Berger, Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. CDC Chief Medical Officer, Mitchell Wolf. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. CDC Director of the Washington office, Jeff Rezek. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. COVID Senior Advisor, Andy Slavin. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. Head of Pfizer. Head of Pfizer Vaccines, Albert Bourla. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. Pfizer Chief Scientist, Michael Dolston. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. Moderna Chief Scientist, Tal Zaks. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. BlackRock CEO, Larry Fink. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. BlackRock President, Rob Kapitow. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. Chief Medical Officer, Johnson & Johnson, the products meant for your precious little babies. Dual citizenship with Israel, Joanne Waldstreicher. Jew. Head advisor of the World Economic Forum. Head advisor of the World Economic Forum, working hand in hand with Klaus Schwab, Yuval Harari, talking about one day you're going to own nothing and you'll love it. Dual citizenship with Israel. Jew. So how do we fix it? We start meeting on a weekly basis. Each and every one of you has the talent and ability that we need. You were put here with purpose. You're not here to consume. You're not here just to work a 9 to 5. You're not here to look for distractions in your life every day. Watch Netflix, scroll through TikToks, complain on Facebook. You were put here for a purpose. You have purpose. Right now, our government just wants to be elected and sends you home so you can be distracted. That's not how you fix your country. That's not how you set an example for the community. That's not how you build a future for the community. How do you build a community? You come together, you're willing to meet on a weekly basis. Going home, watching TikToks, scrolling through Facebook, playing video games, scrolling on Instagram, watching Netflix, complaining about the news, that doesn't fix your country. You bringing your talents and abilities to the public square on a weekly basis, discussing with your brothers and sisters around you, sharing your ideas and strategies on a weekly basis, that's what fixes your community. The babies, they depend on you. The children, they depend on you. Bread and circus is a distraction. And unless we start coming together, nothing's going to get fixed. Unless you're willing to start meeting with your people on a weekly basis, nothing's going to get fixed. I'm the only candidate, the only person running for mayor that's willing to meet with his people on a weekly basis, being held accountable by the public on a weekly basis. You were put here with purpose. You were put here with purpose. You were not put here just to be distracted. You were not put here just to consume. You were not here to work a slave job a 9 to 5 that you don't enjoy, because you got to pay bills. You were put here to build a better and brighter future for your people. You have purpose.